Wolf live from the Great New York State Fair. My name is Skip Clark, afternoon host and program director, and also the host of Skip Happens. And by the way, Alex Miller has been on my podcast, Skip Happens. Yeah, way back in the day. It's Alex Miller, everybody, from American Idol, Nashville recording artist.
Hey, thank y'all. Thank you.
Yes, yeah. Wow, what's going on? Dude, I got it right off the top.
Okay.
Your 1 o'clock show today over there rocked.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Yeah, it had a great turnout, and we were just impressed with New York.
New York. Well, is this the first? No, you were here last year.
I was here last year, but we had a lot better turnout this time around.
Yeah, well, last year was like a new beginning because of everything that was going on.
Exactly.
And I don't think anybody really knew what to expect, but
and that was just some crazy times. But it's good to be back to normal.
That's good. It's good to have you back.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Let's talk about your beginnings a little bit. American Idol. I know everybody always asks you about American Idol, and how was that whole experience for you?
Well, it was a great experience for me. You know, I'm a little small town guy. I came from a little town called Lancaster, Kentucky, which ain't no bigger. This fair is bigger than Lancaster, Kentucky. And I grew up doing that. The Idol stuff was just absolutely amazing for me. And I kind of did it on a whim. I was 17 when I auditioned. I'm 19 now.
Right.
And whenever I auditioned, my mama kind of encouraged me, and she wanted me to go to college, right? And I said, no, Mama, I'm going to be a musician, going to be a singer. And she wouldn't like that very well. She wanted me to go school stuff, and I said no. And so she got on Facebook one night and saw that American Idol was doing open call auditions. And she said, son, I signed you up for American Idol, and if things go well there, then you're going to be a musician. If not, you better pack your bag because you're heading to college. And I said, you better believe I practiced that night before I did the audition.
I bet you did.
Yes, sir.
And you made it to Idol. What's that experience like when you go and audition and then you get accepted? How does all that work? We see the final product on television. Well, how does all that work?
Well, it's kind of it's really a neat deal. The whole thing of it is we did a Zoom call. We was right in the middle of the mess, and we did a Zoom call, and I got on there, and I went from one producer to the next. And the first guy said, we really like it. We'd like for you to come out and be a part of the judge, the show. And I said, well, that's awesome. It was like almost like getting cast in a play or something like that. That's what it felt almost in a way.
Yeah.
But it was a really, really cool deal. And whenever it come time to get on the show, we just flew out to San Diego, California, which was my first time out there, too.
Wow, isn't that beautiful, though?
It's a beautiful part of the country.
Man, I tell you, it's the Naval Yards out there and the zoo.
Oh, yeah.
Just amazing.
Now, we didn't get to see much more than the hotel. We could see a lot from our window.
They didn't let you do much.
No, we couldn't really go out and do much, but it was just crazy times.
Can I ask, how old are you?
Well, I'm 19 going on 81, and I feel young at heart.
Come on, you're 19 going on 20.
Yeah, that's right.
You're 19 going on 19.
That's right.
Stay young at heart. And that's the music that you put out. It keeps you young at heart.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. But how tall are you?
Me? Oh.
How many times do you get asked that?
Well, everybody that takes a picture with me pretty much says, how tall are you? And I'm about 6'6", believe it or not. And I've never played a lick of basketball, but buddy did ever tried to recruit me.
You could be a hell of a football player.
Yes, I know. I got the shoulders for it. And there was a Garrett County jersey calling my name, but it just wasn't meant to be. The hand-eye coordination, I just couldn't transfer it over.
Let's talk about your music a little bit. Of course, you're on the other single you put out went to number 35.
Yes, that was awesome.
How cool is that?
Well, for a 19-year-old from Lancaster, Kentucky, top 35, top 40 record, that's pretty unbelievable. And it's because of folks like you and y'all doing your thing and me doing ours. It's exactly right. It takes a whole team, a whole tribe, and I appreciate you and I appreciate everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Right back at you. That's pretty cool. So you got some new music coming out too.
I do. It's a new song called "When God Made the South." I can go ahead and give you a little bit of inside information on it.
I saw your dad, who's also your manager.
Yes.
You're kind of keeping this in the family.
When he's a manager, we call him Ian, because from Spinal Tap, we call him Ian. But whenever he's my dad, he's Roger. But he's Ian today.
We call him Raj.
We call him Raj. Yeah, Roger the Dodger.
You brought your guitar too, so maybe I don't know if it's going to be too loud to hear just a little piece of a little bit of the new song. Can we do that?
I can give her a little shot.
Anytime he'll open up that guitar.
Yeah. That'd be great.
Guitar out, but
Raj, go and do this and do that. Yeah, he's getting tour manager today. I'm getting my money's worth.
He's going to sleep well tonight.
Yes, he is. Yes,
Are you hitting the road tonight?
Yes, we'll be heading back to Kentucky. We actually got a show with Sawyer Brown. Back in Kentucky in Litchfield, so we're looking forward to that one too.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be awesome. Love Sawyer Brown. Who else have you had the chance to perform with?
Well, in the last last month or so, I got to play with Brooks and Dunn, Ronnie and the kids.
Oh my God, that's got to be so cool.
They were the nicest guys I believe I've ever been around, and just top-notch fellas. Not only is their musicianship the best, but I mean, just as people, I mean, you can't beat Brooks and Dunn. You really can't.
And then who else is on that list?
Well, I got to meet and open for Hank Williams Jr.
No.
Oh, yeah. Now,
did you feel intimidated at all? Did you feel like, oh, my God, that's Hank Jr.?
Yeah, I did. That's the only time I've kind of, been a little starstruck was around Hank Jr. Everybody told me not to get on his bus.
Yeah.
But I did anyways. And there's a lot of stories I can tell, and there's a lot I can't too. But I will say, he gave me some really solid advice. He said, don't ever take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from. And there's a lot of truth in that.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a good line to use in life.
Absolutely. And what you're saying is so true. I know that our good friend over there, Furco Music, he does a lot of hip hop and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you know what? The advice that you're giving, he takes all that in too. It's like that's pretty cool.
I think music, you're doing hip hop and stuff. That's really cool. I think every music has something to offer, whether it's country or hip hop or whatever it is.
Exactly.
I think none of it's wrong, none of it's bad. I think and there's I can't say, well, you're wrong for doing hip hop, and you can't say I'm wrong for doing country. We're just all doing our thing, and we wish each other the best.
It's what you do. It's what you do.
Right. That's exactly
right. So, so down the road, you got the new song coming out. Hopefully it's not too loud here, just to give us a little idea what it's going to sound like.
Yeah.
I know I got producer Carol out there. Does that sound all right? Can you hear me okay? Or all right. Yeah, a little raspy. Yeah, everything's going on, but this is the fair ambience.
Yes. Welcome to the That's just how fairs are, man. You can't help it.
And you came from the Kentucky Fair, right?
Yes, we did. We did a show with Nico Moon.
We had Nico here just the other day, and he was sitting right there where you're sitting tonight.
Great guy.
And great guy. But this is the ambience of the fair when you hear the music and the announcements and the people walking by and going, "Is that Alex Miller?" Yeah, it is.
It is Alex Miller.
It is Alex Miller.
Welcome to New York.
Your dad's got the guitar, and I know it kind of quieted down over there a little bit. So maybe it's a good opportunity. I don't know how this is going to come out, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited about hearing just a little bit of the new song. Give us a little bit of an idea. I don't know how loud that guitar is going to come out. So if we could all listen.
There's no doubt he had a real good day. There were blackberries blooming in them. Red dirt clay and the smell of jasmine floating through the pines. I bet he knew right then we'd love our chicken fried and a sweet tea to wash it down. When God made the South.
Oh my gosh, that's it. That's wow.
So when is I'm just kidding.
When is that going to be sent to radio? Do you know?
Well, we're actually looking towards the middle of September, I think.
Okay.
About the time for it.
Yep.
And we'll get it to you, Skip. Ain't no problem there.
Yeah, I know there will be no problem getting it out the radio. I'm sure. How many out here have watched American Idol? I'm sure everybody's more or less seen it, right? And it was season 19.
Yes.
This is the guy you saw on there, man. I'll tell you, it's just what an experience. And now look at you. You've had the music out there we just talked about. I mean, you got the single coming out. What about an album? What about an EP? I mean, is all that available?
Yes. We just released a record back in April called Miller Time, and I'm 19, so we like to say it's the non-alcoholic version.
The NA.
So, that's exactly right. So if you like good old country music, then I'm guarantee you'll like us. We do the traditional stuff, is the way we like to say it. The cornbread country music.
I love it. What do you do when you're not playing music?
I like to fish, and I like to. I do a lot of wheeling and dealing. I'll buy guitars and flip them and stuff like that and sell them to other musicians. That's what I like to do. I really do, and that's the truth.
Yeah, I get you. You know what? I want to hear about? I want to hear about your band because I heard you have some of the best guys playing for you.
I do. They are seasoned musicians, ain't you, fellas? They're really good.
Are right there.
They're really good. Yeah, there you go.
You can bring it right up here,
Mark.
You can bring it right up here.
Yeah. But they're really good guys, and they're all experienced
so
guys.
Tight.
Oh yeah,
they were so tight. We were commenting over here when you were playing on. It's not only you, but your band was so tight. Carol and I have been in the business for quite a while, and just to hear, you can tell when you got seasoned musicians behind you.
These guys, all three of them. Well, there's four of us, so one guy had to go, but we've been playing together since I was 10, 11 years old. Something like that, because they used to play at a place kind of in Kentucky called Renfro Valley.
Now, is that like the Opry, but still
it's like
in
the
a Kentucky
area? Jeff Watson right here on guitar and Mark Laws on drums. They played down there for, Lord, that's at least 20 years. and I got to play with them a little bit. And I thought, man, when I ever put a band together, I need to get those guys to be a part of it. And Larry Todd here, he's a great sound man as well. And he's on the keys for us, and
very cool.
Super nice guy. Yeah, you better be giving me some. There you go, Larry. Drop that up there. Thank you, sir.
Well, you got 2 cents.
I know.
Wait a minute, what is that?
That's more than he's got. He's only got a cent.
You need to give him a little more in his check.
I think so. I think he needs a little more, don't he?
All of them. That's his band. Everybody hanging out with us here today. Those are the fine guys that you heard on stage with Alex.
Yes, they are great guys.
You're the front man. You make it work, but also it's the people that are behind you.
You know, it's exactly right. You can't win a baseball game without a good team, and I've certainly got a good one behind me. Right. And
that's right.
I can't say enough good things about my manager Dave, my publicist Martha, and all the guys, and even Ian, our tour manager.
And even he said,
and even
the tour me. Yeah, exactly. Roger, Dad.
Yes, Roger, Dad. Ian.
And where's Mom?
And her mom is actually, she's back home right now. She works for R.J. Corman. It's a railroad corporation.
Okay.
And they go around and clean up stuff whenever there's a derailment and stuff, and she works for them. So she gets to come out to some of the shows and have a good time with us. And, she couldn't make it up here in New York. This is quite the drive, but she had to work this week.
Yeah. So you got a younger brother, right?
Actually, I do. And he's actually coming up in the music stuff, too. Cool. He picked up guitar the other day. He's wanting to learn to play guitar, but he says he wants to be a steel guitar player.
I love steel.
And so that would be great because that might be some free labor on down the line for me there. So
you guys play steel at all?
I do. You do? Yeah. Okay. We did some out there today. But, I have to get him on steel guitar.
Yeah, I'd love some steel. That kind of puts the finishing touches on a good country song.
That makes a country song, as a good friend of mine says, that's the special sauce in a country song.
It is. No doubt about it. Alex Miller, everybody, if you were a fan of American Idol season 19, you watched him go up through the ranks. He is now out on his own, putting out great country music. If you were here at 1 o'clock, you saw him perform over there on Chevy Court, and it's just great to see you.
Well,
Thank you for doing what you're doing, because you know what? People like you make my job easy. When it comes to radio, if we get good music like what you're putting out, it's a breeze. And not everybody is like that. Plus, you're very one-on-one and just a great guy altogether.
I can't fake who I am. I'm just who I am. And, I think there's a lot of folks out there that need to take a lesson, too, from that.
Exactly.
I'm just an old Lancaster, Kentucky boy, and there ain't no hiding it.
Wait, all right. Before I let you go, Lancaster is near what?
Lexington is the closest.
Lexington.
And you're not saying it right, Skip. It's Lancaster.
Lancaster.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? Lancaster.
He struggled a little bit. It's okay.
I have a Syracuse accent. That's all.
That's a little different than that your kind of twang.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think I've ever been to Kentucky.
Well, you need to come down, man.
I've never been to Lexington.
You need to go the Keeneland or the Derby. You got to come.
Have you been to the Derby?
Yes, sir.
With all the hats and all the.
I didn't wear nothing of that.
No, but the ladies wear these really funky things.
No. You just got to go down the lower levels and just watch.
Go in the cheap seats.
Yes, in the cheap seats.
Yeah, exactly.
My nose was bleeding every time I went to the Derby.
I like what you played for us. I'm looking forward to hearing a whole lot more. I wish you a lot of luck, safe travels to your next destination, and just be real careful. And love to the guys and all that. Please be careful, and you got a good dude right here, man. I'll tell you, one of the best. All right, Alex Miller, everybody. Yeah, put your hands together for him.
Thank you. There